Hello everyone and welcome back to Aven Colony, where we have a few objectives that we need to start working towards. One of the main objectives to work towards is indeed the main objective, but there's a few other things that we can do between now and then, and I kind of think that we should. First and foremost, well, you know what, we could set up a Zorium generator. There is plenty of Zorium on the map. However, I think perhaps we should start making our way northward. And can we build there? I think we can, so we'll just continue this main road all the way along. How's our population at the moment? Not great in terms of the housing. Honestly, we could do with a bit of an increase. We've got a skyscraper. In fact, no, we don't. That's what we were going to be building in the last episode. Very well. Over here, I think, would be the best place for us to get a skyscraper, honestly. It'll take us a little bit of time to get that set up. Ooh, are we going to be able to kill these in time? We might just... Oh, we just managed to do it. Do we actually have scrubber drones over here? We don't. Well, then. That is a bit of an oversight, isn't it? Let's go ahead and place... I know. I really want to build a skyscraper, but a scrubber drone down there is probably important enough that we shouldn't ignore it. Right, we've got 66 nanites we need. We're making just around 3 per turn, so that's fine. And I think maybe getting a skyscraper right about there would be a good move. There we go, and then we can have quite a lot of stuff needs to be set up here, actually. We've got this set up as the bar. Do we have 2 of these over here? I think we actually do. I may be mistaken, though. We've got a bar and grill there. We've got a bar and grill there. Aha! We want one to be a bistro. Oh, is this a bistro? No. Never mind. I completely didn't pay attention to the color. And didn't pay attention to the words, either. Look, it's late. It's late. My teeth are aching. Give me a break. Or don't, I suppose. I don't deserve one for that. I really should have just read it. Right, Trade Hub is idle and has been idle for quite some time. That is true. Is there anything I really want to trade? I could actually export Zorium for food. At the moment, I think that our colony is doing okay. But once we really do start filling up the skyscraper, that is probably going to change. So I do want to try and keep on top of that. How are we doing for storage as well? We've currently got some gold bloom being made, calico spores, quarry spores, xenosage. Let's have a quick peek. Can we upgrade this? Because then we'll be able to make some nanomedicines and also the plague cure, which I think is probably a reasonably important one to go for. Energy shielding, enhanced scanners, enhanced thrusters, medical bay, and Zorium bombs. We really want to get to these. I hadn't noticed those before. I think I noticed them just towards the end of the last episode, actually, but I had forgotten between that one and this one. Go figure. Right. I think I would actually like to research being able to make a couple of things. Quarry beans, a disgusting food made from quarry spores. Groge beans and tari oatmeal. There's a couple of things that we could make. I would need to get some wheat going, but we could get some Xenospice bread. We really don't want to make any food with quarry. At all. Ever. That is just not a thing that anyone wants. We could make some Mirthquake. Significant cost to health. Perhaps we could prop that up with a couple of other things that do have a positive boost to health. Groji beans would be okay as a food. Intari oatmeal, Intari bread. Yeah, let's get those going. I think we could really help our food situation if we had the option, at the very least, of making use of some of the native species of plant. And on that note, let's have a look. Groji is the next one I would like to have. That's 50% production, 40, 60 around there, 40, 60 right by there. Ooh, toxic gas emissions. I'll have a look at that in a moment. Let's go around here, should be fine. And build down to that. There we are. Right, where's the toxic gas coming from? Where are we having... Ah, there. See, this is why it would be wise if we could get down there sooner rather than later. In the meanwhile, though, let's go ahead and start making some nanomedicines and plague vaccine. We could make some amaranth straight away and xenoglow as well. So let's get all of that on the go. We're going to need a dispenser as well for that. But before then, I would actually quite like a hospital. Maybe even 2. Yeah, we probably want a hospital somewhere over here as well, just to be sure. Maybe even right there if we can get one going. But before then, let's get a dispenser just down there so that we can actually get some of these wonderful things that we're making for our people into their hands. Let's, yikes. So much talking at the same time. Okay. Let's get this one back up. Since that's Groji, we'll actually get that being turned into... sorry, on a high rather than a very high priority. But we do need more storage, it seems. So let's get that going as well. There we are. That shouldn't take too long. Xenospice bread has been made. Low water, really? Okay, I'm probably going to get nagged about that fairly soon. So let's... Ah, I knew it! I knew it! Scallywags. I will indeed. Let's get that down there. Should be fine. We'll upgrade it as soon as we can as well, just to be doubly sure, but that might take a little while. So we've got Xenospice bread coming along. That would imply that we now need to consider some wheat. 50% production, 40, 40, 30. Ooh, that's quite low. Yeah, we'll pop down the wheat farm right about there, and I think that'll be okay. See a 1 of 2. We can afford to upgrade it and then get that one up to onto a moderately high. What's the problem here, though? Crime. Ooh. Do we have high crime over here? Ooh, of course. We don't actually have any police spots, so I can see no reason why we wouldn't have high crime here, frankly. Okay, well, let's pop this down right there, and that should help out a little bit. Currently 2% extra health and plus 4% substance morale. That's always good to see. We're also getting some Antari bread research done. We're going to need to build a mill sooner rather than later, though. Let's actually get that upgraded since we can. I am a little bit concerned about some of the stuff happening over there. Let's get that upgraded as well. See, in winter, we're actually now getting a negative food income. And that doesn't surprise me too much, but it does worry me all the same. Let's get that about there, and we should be okay, I would say. I'm actually a little bit concerned about defenses here as well, so perhaps we can have an extra gun there. Right, okay, let's have a look at what we can make here. We want some flour, and I would like some Xenospice bread soon after that. We can also make some porridge straight away. Sure, we'll make some porridge. We want some Xenospice bread. Antari oatmeal should be made, and Antari bread as soon as it's available. We'll also upgrade this building here. There we are. So, next up is some Antari. Make sure that we're getting a little bit of everything being made. We can place this all the way over here and possibly draw out a road to that. Oh, with this, well, might as well build it there actually, and then just build up to it. There we go. Thank you very much. I am very, very happy to have been chosen once again. We've researched Groji beans. Now, is that made in a mill? I can't imagine that it is. Though I could be wrong. Yeah, actually it is made in a mill. Okay, well, we'll get those Groji beans being made as well then. That's actually not too bad. We could be making bread already, but I'd actually prefer to make Antari bread, since otherwise it will start stockpiling. Anything we don't use out of the plant species that we can't eat will very quickly start to clog our storage. The quarry is a problem there because we really don't want to make anything out of that. I think one thing we could do to help this along a little bit is perhaps make another chemical plant, possibly around here somewhere, like there, and that will help us out in producing Calco sludge specifically. We'll just have them working on Calco sludge. We've reached the city, 300, fantastic. So our next objective is 400. I hope we don't actually get there. I'll be honest with you, I strongly hope that we don't get to that point, because if we do, then we are going to have to be devoting so much time to managing our population that I'm not sure it would really be that useful for us. Right, just focus on the Calco Sludge here. However, here, in fact, stop focusing on Calco Sludge here at all, but instead, Mirthquake, if you please. I will be very, very happy with that. Perhaps we could also have you working on Amaranthium, because we are getting a lot of Calco Spores and Cori Spores there. We will upgrade it simply so that they work a little bit faster here, but I don't want them working on too many things in that location. Now, let's have a quick look at the air quality here. It's generally okay. I think it could do with a little bit of a boost, though. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and build that right down on the edge there. And that should help us out. I wouldn't mind getting a plasma turret about there if we can. But for the time being, let's refocus our attentions down here, because it's been a little while. And I feel that we are going to need to keep this in mind as we expand. We're obviously going to want a little outpost there as well, so that this place actually does have some population. Really? We're running low on water again? How is this even possible? I would tell them to pump up to 22 per colonist, but I'm afraid of what that would do to our storage, frankly. I don't want to see what would happen with that. But we probably do need to dump some things, because we are not able to fit everything in right now. Calco seems to be taking up quite a lot of room, so I'm going to go ahead and dump 1,000 worth of Calco down to about there. There we go, and we can build a new storage area. Fantastic. How's our power doing? Could be better, but it could also be a lot worse. And we'll get that one upgraded as well. There we are. Right, now then, can we actually get down here? Or is that legitimately going to stop us? Scallywags! Oh, how annoying. Alright then, let's start building up in that direction. Well, this does mean that we've got a reason to possibly build a couple of defensive structures in this little area here. And I'm thinking maybe... sure, we'll build this over there just in case. And we'll actually build something to help with the air quality, because it is going to be getting worse just from these buildings alone. We're also going to need some lightning protection as well, actually, thinking about it. We can get that there. And additionally, we can get that there as well to help with the ice shards that we are inevitably going to be witnessing. So, how's our population going right now? Crime is still a bit of a problem, and consumption is quite a bit of a problem. Do we have... well, we do. The problem will be is that we've now got a fairly populous area over here without any retail opportunities. So let's wait for a couple of nanites to be built up, at least for level 1, and then we can upgrade it later on. There we are. Quite a few of our occupants are unhappy, which is very unfortunate. Let's get that sorted, shall we? There we are. Low water still. That worries me. That really worries me. You know what? We can try and work on that by having rationing. Let's go ahead with rationing to try and slow that down. In fact, well, let's have a look at our morale. Freedom is just taking a big old hit. So total morale isn't great at the moment. And I would say that we don't necessarily need to ration water. There are enough opportunities for us to generate more water. For example, here, that's going to be quite a nice spot for generating water there. So we should make use of that rather than rationing the water. That should only be something that we resort to when we have no other opportunities. There we go. And with that, this should start helping out with the consumption morale. How are our... well... we are going to need more population, more living quarters for our population, honestly. That's going to be a bit of a problem for a while. But if we can get out here, we can start trading for corn. We can also set up an expedition vehicle And I think that would probably be quite fun to do. For the time being, though, let's just focus on getting to the gold at the very least. And also to the power, which I am starting to worry about. But we should actually be able to build that straight away and then connect up to it as well. So let's get all of that going. In fact, we're going to be here for a little while, so let's upgrade that one too. There we go. And, ooh, toxic gas emissions, really? Well, this is why we need to take care of that, frankly, because that's going to be just a big old problem for us until we do. Let's get that out there. We're going to need some air purification going on here. But given that we've just got an alert about toxic gas, let's not rush to build an intake fan. Let's instead build an air filter. I think that would probably be a wiser move. But all of this is going to be a bit of a problem. So let's go ahead and get this set to blow around here. Just to ensure that no harmful gases get all the way down here. It's going to cost us a little bit of power, but it should help out quite a lot, actually. Okay, so shards are incoming. That's never a good thing. Let's get some more protection going here then. We can go ahead and build that there, and then hopefully lightning protection as well. Let's get you going. Come on. There we are. And as soon as we got enough, there we go. Right, this area reasonably protected. I'd say that we probably have enough range on that to keep us safe for the time being. But our stockpile is once again entirely chock-a-block full. And that is something that we need to deal with. Plague spores have been detected. That is terrifying because we don't have a hospital over on this side. Yikes. Okay, well, first and foremost, let's go ahead and dump a bunch of something that we don't need. Groji, you're gone. In fact, you're really gone. And then Calco, you're following same way. Got a lot of plague vaccine. That's good. It's very good, actually. We'll drop a lot of the Xenosage too. There we go. That should help us out a little bit. But for now, I'm actually going to tell you to stop making plague vaccine. We've got 1,000. Don't need more than that for the time being, I would say. I would love it if we can get a hospital over here. If we can, that would be grand. Gonna have to get... Oh dear. Where was the infection? Let's go and have a look. It was over there. That's good because it's on the side of the colony which actually has hospital access. There's a very good chance that the plague won't reach this far. Hopefully. I mean, I say that, but there is always a way. Nature finds a way when it can mess with you. Let's pop the hospital right about there. That way we can also run a street around there if we really want to. I don't think we're going to need to, though. We should be okay with that as is. There we go. Next up, though, we desperately need more storage. Perhaps we could actually focus on getting storage improved for a little while. Maybe get another level 3 as well before we do any more expanding. How are we doing here? Could do with a lot more. The commute is getting quite bad as well. Crowding. Could do with more police, I imagine. We can do with a little bit more of everything, realistically speaking. Now we are getting close to our maximum on power, which is worrisome. Now what we could do is make sure that we have a high priority for all of our power generating structures. And that will go quite a ways to improving the situation. And this one as well, please. There we go. But it will pull away from other things. Yeah, look at that. Look at that increase there. That's actually quite a substantial increase. What I'm thinking is we need some population center down here. And I'm thinking a habitat makes the most sense right now. So let's get that on the go. We'll get a habitat. Ooh. Right, this is what I'm worried about, is we're going to start losing iron, and once that really starts to ramp up, it could become quite dangerous for us. Do we have enough coverage of it? We don't. Wow. That was a bit of an oversight on my part. Let's get that sorted out, please, and thank you. All right, there we go. We've got our habitat, and we can start upgrading that more or less straight away. Okay, we should be able to sort out some of our problems with a wee mine right here, if in fact we can fit that. Oh, we're just out of range. How incredibly disappointing that is. Alright, well, we are actually going to need drones out this way anyway in order to access these. As to analyze the structures, we're going to need to build our drones nearby and then have our drones analyze each structure in turn. Okay, our population has reached 400. That does worry me because of this, mostly. Right, okay, well, we're going to need to try and deal with that. How are we doing over here? We're getting quite a lot of food being produced. That is quite good to see. Perhaps we could get a second mill down here to help with that. If we can get another mill, though, they are extremely expensive to manufacture. I'd really rather not. If I have a choice in this matter, I would prefer no to be the answer to that. But I suspect that I don't really have a choice. Right, well, we're going to want to build a plasma turret around here. We also want to go for those commendations. I would like to get that going if we can. A lightning protection has already been built there. We don't need another one. But I wouldn't mind an extra turret about there, just to defend our interests. Additionally, we can get the gold mine coming along. And with that, we can actually look at trade. So, we want to exchange 20 gold for 200 corn twice. That shouldn't be a problem for us at all. Is that the only one that we really want to do here? We could also go for the rice one if we actually had a second trade up. But I don't think we're going to be in a position where we need to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and analyze this first structure. And while that's happening, let's go and check on this. We could do with a little bit more TLC for the crime situation. Okay, we've managed to analyze that one. Let's analyze this one as well. Let's have a look. Where is crime worse? It shouldn't be too bad down... Oh my lord, it's gotten bad around here. We don't have a police hub? Oh my lord, no wonder it's terrible. I am so sorry, my everyone. I am a terrible Aavak. No, we do. That's a lie. It's gotten quite bad. Okay, well, still, I feel bad for not paying enough attention to that area. My bad. We do need some more nanites, though. Okay, there's too much crime. There's too many people where I live, and our policies are oppressive and totalitarian. What do you mean? I'm just asking you not to eat as much. It's for your own good. You wouldn't like it if we ran out of food. In fact, you'd stop working as we were getting closer to running out of food because you'd be in a panic, and then we would run out of food, and then you'd all starve. Oh my lord. Sometimes I feel that these people just don't know what's good for them, and I am their guardian, watching over them, like in a big brotherly sort of way, and then I remember that I actually really hate the idea of that. Oh my lord, I'm turning into the thing I hate. What a terrible realization. Right, analysis has been complete. Okay, I guess we're going to be waiting for a new shape. In the meanwhile, we could go down here and hook up to these if we had an opportunity to do so. Alternatively, I could continue to expand out our storage options, and I think we probably need that looking at this. Fantastic. I am super happy. I will do my best. I would also like to upgrade that as soon as we can. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay. You did a great job with the analysis of the ruins. The data is going to take a long time to analyze, though. There's only one more thing this colony needs before we're done. A Dwyer Sales Green Stadium. Personally, I find the spectacle of intense robot gladiatorial combat a bit gory, but a lot of people find it very entertaining. We're going to build a stadium for robot wars? Oh my lord, that's amazing. I had no idea. I thought it was going to be something like rugby or something. But no, it's going to be robot wars. I can totally get behind this idea. I would like another mill, though. I feel that before we leave, we need to ensure that the colony is in a pretty good situation. Import 300 melons. I would like to do that, very much so. Let's go and have a quick gander at that then. What do we need to do for this melon trade of yours? That's permanent. I'm going to turn that off for now, though. I would like... Oh, that's actually a pretty good trade for us because we have an abundance of broccoli and not an abundance of melons. Right, what I wouldn't mind doing here, I don't know. It's a little bit rough. Crowding's bad. The freedom is down because of rationing. Yeah, it could actually turn nasty if we're not careful. Share this with all mills, hopefully. Can I do that? Or maybe I need to now turn them all on and off. There we are. Has that worked? No. Aha! There we go. I just needed to turn on there. There we are. That's what I needed. Do I have an abundance of flour? I have a bit, but not too much, I would say. I could make some of that if I really wanted to. Or some more bread. Let's make some more bread, I think. Thank you. There we go. That'll work out quite well, I think, for us. We could also upgrade this so that it's doing it even faster. Now, how much calco sludge have we got? We've got a lot of calco sludge, actually. We've got a reasonable amount of these in here as well. You know what? Let's actually have a quick research of some other things. Cerulean glow and gold bloom would be nice since we're producing everything we're going to need for those. We could even have a look at star glow, an enhancer that increases productivity by 10% but does reduce health. Not crazy about that, I'll be honest. What can we actually do here then? We've got Zorian bombs for combat. Medical bay can only be installed while the expedition ship is landed. I imagine that's true of all of them. Increase the speed by 40%. Wow, okay. In scanners and shielding. I would like a medical bay for people we rescue. Thrusters because we want to get there faster. And yeah, we'll go with scanners, shielding, then the Zorian bombs in that order, if you please. Oh, Starglow, fantastic. Very well. How much do they want to trade? Let's allow time to continue. That one's already done. Well, I guess that one's just going to complete itself. Sure, we'll get iron from that. That's a fantastic trade-off. Ooh, what's wrong? Ah, my bad. I completely forgot about that. Let's pop down a filter. And also, since we do have a couple of people working there, we'll additionally get a little outpost built there as well. Okay, so with that, we've not completely filled every place we could have someone living, but we're getting there. We're also getting there on power demand too, which I'm not super stoked about. Right, let's actually do a quick spot check on air quality. It's getting low over there, it's low over there, low around the middle here. Okay, there are a couple of places that I could do with a slight bump to air quality. These I don't mind too much about because no one works there. Down here though, that is something I care about. Over here as well. Actually, let's go ahead and upgrade this. That might help a little bit. We could do with a skyscraper perhaps. Bring in a load more colonists. Where would we want it though? I'm going to say, sure, we'll have it there. Since it's reasonably close to quite a number of areas that way. Do we have a dispensary run? We do not. I don't believe we actually built one over here. Let's have a look around. No, I don't think we did. Very well. Okay, you can go. We'll build that right about... sure, we'll build it here. That should help out a little bit. Get some more of all of the fine things that we're making for people into their hands. Upgrade that. A plague infection, not the greatest thing in the universe, but we've got quite a lot of plague vaccine actually. So I'm not too concerned about that one. Now then, we could build a VR center. Does require power, but it would be quite welcomed, I imagine. Yeah, sure, let's get it around here where we're gonna suddenly get a bit of a boost. It's fine, they're gonna be fine in a moment. See, they're getting made better. Oh, I wish someone would stop spreading all these lies that our colony is not doing amazingly, because it clearly is. I'd also like them to stop telling on me to my boss. Scallywags. Right, we'd also like a little bit of a boost to air quality around here, frankly. Let's pop this one right there, though. That should help quite a lot, I think. There we are. Upgrade it a few times, too. And again. And, oh, there we go. Plague spores detected. Hopefully we can shoot them down, but who knows. Right, okay, so we're exporting some Starglow. We've got to reach a population of 500, which I'm kind of dreading. Build a stadium. Get 3 commendations. I would like to try for the 3 commendations, but oh my lord, that's a lot of nanites. May take us a little while to get there, frankly. Might take a bit of time. How much will it take to get there? Oh my goodness, I'll take even longer. Wow, this is going to be a bit of a tricky one. Okay, welcome back. I have been busy at work in your absence. We've got a couple of things going. I've built a new chemical lab specifically to produce Starglow and Goldblum and Cerulean Glow. As these 3, we're starting to lag behind everything else. We've also completed the Starglow exports, which is quite a nice. We've got a new mission. Wow, really? I actually hit 500? Well, that's a little bit frightening. 81% housing filled. We're actually not doing too bad, but water is becoming an issue. Quite a big issue, actually. We need to continue dropping down these pumps all the way along here and ensuring that they have sufficient population manning them. So water pump there needs to be upgraded. Did we have one down here? Yes, in fact we did. Let's get that one going as well. We have got an awful lot of storage at the moment, though that being said, once these pumps really get into full swing, that may change rather quickly for us. We're so close to 750. 66% of the vote. I'm not incredibly happy with that, I'll be honest. I feel that we could improve that quite a lot. Let's go ahead and make sure we've got even more storage capability. But on the whole, things aren't going too terribly badly. In fact, we could even put a pump down here if we've got good water. Yes, we do. Okay, well, we'll do that. I've had to build up a little hub over here just to man all of these facilities. There we go. That should correct our water problem. But we've got an awful lot of nanites, which is grand, because we would very much like to build the expedition center. Now, I believe that my well, we're actually not that far off the medical bay. Perhaps we'll let it go ahead and finish that before we do anything else. But now comes the extremely long wait for the stadium. But in the meanwhile, how close are we? I'll let you finish that off. Then we'll get Amberjoy up and running as well, because I'd quite like to, well, just ensure that everyone is super happy. With drugs if necessary. I mean enhancers. Let's have a look. Commute is a little bit bringing people down. Crowding bringing people down a bit. Let's have a look in here. There's barely anyone living in there. How about down here? Barely anyone living there either. So where is full? 66, 100. Okay, so we've got a lot of people living around here. That actually makes an awful lot of sense as well. So let's hook that up and have a think about dropping down a new skyscraper right about there. I think would do quite nicely. That does put you a little ways off from all of these awesome things, but what we could do to compensate is if we do this and then place down a VR center, I think you'd be quite happy. All the gamers can come and live in this skyscraper, and all the people who care about their health. Well, actually, that's silly. I care about my health, and I'm a gamer, damn it. But all the people who really care about gaming can come live here, and the ones who are more of a bar and grill kind of person can go over there. And if they have to, you know, they can just prioritize which one they care about the most, and then they can travel to the other one. That should be okay. I do have currently, do we have? Yes, free gaming is allowed. Rationing is still ongoing, but maybe we could take that off. Sure, we're going to stop rationing people and see how that affects our approval. It should affect it in quite a nice way. Crime has actually come down quite a lot as well. I'm really happy about that. Right, let's have a quick look at Amberjoy. Let's get both of you working on amber joy so that we can ensure that we've got a decent amount of it. Actually, can we even make amber joy? Xenosage is starting to drop. Might need to have a look into that. But before we do anything else, let's go ahead and have a look at this.
Expedition vessel.
Okay, quite a few of them.
Expedition ships well staffed and
Will
send them
do.
back to the colony for repairs whenever they get damaged.
I will do my very best, but
Looks like
we
somebody
seem to
needs our
have someone who needs
We
help.
gotta get out there.
We pinpointed a distress signal from an explorer named Talia Stark, who was stranded during a violent and unexpected storm. This individual should be rescued as soon as possible. Ah, that name. Okay, let's get out there. There's a couple of things over there as well. Distress signal and a cargo pod. Sure, we could hit all of those and return to base. Depending on the situation with Talia, we might have to return earlier though. I would like this place to have a high priority though, if we can. I would like to have everyone available to the expedition team. I want them to have all the support they need. You're fine. How about you? Yeah, but generally speaking, our populations are doing okay. Though we've got, these are quite full, so maybe we do actually want a little bit more up here. How are we doing in terms of housing? Pretty good, honestly. We could go for another skyscraper, and that would leave room to grow. It would also take a lot of the nanites that we're saving up, which is a shame. But yeah, I'm actually interested in doing that. So let's get that going. There we go. We can even then go ahead and build maybe, well, we could have another enhancer dispenser. But I think a bar and grill will do. We're going to make this one a bistro. They can have a nice little place to go and eat out. That should be nice for them. There we are. And we'll check on this. Food should start climbing a little bit now. Quite happy with that. And people shouldn't feel crowded anymore, which is the main thing that I want to try and avoid. We'll get that upgraded to the second tier, though, so that there's plenty of room to grow. There we go. Plague spores detected. I'm not too concerned, I'll be honest with you. We actually should have upgraded these as well, thinking about it, but oh well. As soon as that is done, we'll get this one upgraded as well, and all should be well. We are running out of star glow a little bit faster than I would like, though. That should go down. No, it's going up. Ooh, okay, let's go and have a quick look over here. Well, actually, that's just because there's a lot of stuff going on. Impending structural failure. Oh, no. Wait. Ah, okay. Better get you repaired then. I've currently turned off the auto repair while I was saving up nanites. Maybe I should turn that back on. We'll see, though. As long as I keep on top of those warnings, we should be okay. All right, let's go and have a look. We have arrived, I believe. Looks like we have, yes. Okay, well, in that case, let's go. Let's see, one passenger, yeah, but they should be fine. We've got a med bay on board, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. And let's head straight to the distress signal, but just in case it's something really urgent that we need to deal with right away. We'll also get a bar and grill up there just for some entertainment as well, I think. There we go. It looks like the plague is already being... Ooh, Artemis ambushed. An expedition vessel, the Artemis, investigated the distress signal, but discovered that it was an ambush by rebels. This appears to be a small group of former colonists who turned militant. Really? Someone didn't like living in my colony that much that they turned to a life of not just crime, but brigandry? This is terrible. Radio comms indicate that the crew suffered death. Sakiko Ras, Laura Johnson, and Chow Clark, as well as injuries. Vicky Bates, Rada Mueller, and Expedition Vessel also took damage and was reduced to 84% integrity. Oh no! That's terrible! Oh, Rebel Enclave detected. Sensors have detected an armed... Okay, they vow never to surrender. They call themselves Zero, and we have detected 1 member. Okay. Fair enough. Alright. I'll let the Artemis come back, but we lost some crew. Most terrible of times indeed. Let's allow that to come all the way back. Did we research everything we could to make... Yeah, we had. There was nothing more that we could have done there. Well, that is quite sad. Quite sad indeed. Well, we'll have to go back out there and teach those scallywags what for. Right, there we go. That's all parked. And it's repairing the vessel at this point. Okay. Well, let's have a look. Right, people are really happy at the moment. Crime doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. Let's have a look around, though. Actually, there's a little bit of a hotspot there. Yeah, because that's kind of between two patrol routes. So, sure, we're going to drop down a police hub, and hopefully that can keep everything sorted for us there. There we go. That should sort some things. Impending structural failure. That is not good. We don't want that to happen at all. Thank you. Right, nanites-wise, only 25. I'm a little bit concerned. How are we doing over here? Have a quick gander. Okay, we're only producing nanites from Calco Sludge. That's going to take a lot of time. I would actually like you guys to get some priority on workers so that we can ensure that that's happening faster. And we're actually going to build more of them. We need to get this done sooner rather than later, so let's get on the work there. I know that we're using nanites to make more nanites, but I think that ultimately that's going to be better for us in the long run. There we go. We should see our nanite income start to climb. And once more, I think we've got a lot of Calco Sludge. So this should be able to handle that for us, I think. Ooh. The Artemis is out currently, heading down here to gather some materials, and we found a couple of more sites that we will probably want to investigate. Right, we picked up a load of Zorium, some nanites, and some ration packs. That is fantastic news, as that has jumped our nanites quite significantly. Very happy with that. How are we doing for food, though? Not great, honestly. Not great. I think perhaps we need to get a little bit more coming in. We can go for some broccoli since we've got, ooh, wow, 100% production. Yeah, okay, that can't really turn that one down, honestly. That's way too good. But we have got building breakdown. A mine has broken. Oh, no. Okay, I guess it is time for us to reenact the policy of drones going out and repairing things then. Go ahead and get that sorted for me, please. There we go. They're all taking care of things. Let's make sure that you get a high priority because you're making actual food that we need. And we'll keep an eye on this because it's going to fluctuate as we use up the non-edible foodstuffs to bolster our food. But it is going down in the winter, which I'm none too happy to observe. Right, well, with that done, let's go and have a look down here. We've got a colony. We've pinpointed a site that particularly suitable for crop. Okay, sure, go and have a look at that. And what about this one? A landing site. We need to give 40 nanites, 80 water, and 80 units of food. My lord, that's quite a lot, actually. I'm not sure about that one. We'll see, though. But we need about twice as many nanites as we've currently got before we can continue there. Right, Artemis scanner, no current expedition, very well. We've got this. I'm
not sure what this is, but we should definitely take a closer look.
Sure, since we're so close to it, but we are going to go back and get those rebels. They slew some of our crew. Terrible. Ooh, we're actually hitting low power. Wow, okay, that's the first time we've hit that. I don't think we're actually going to be able to manage this based only on our batteries. We don't have enough. Okay. Right then, well, given that, I think it may be time for us to look to a Zorium generator. We must have 10 Zorium. I thought we would have had 10 Zorium. Oh, the Artemis hasn't returned yet, of course. That would make sense, yes. Okay, we can actually get out there all in one go. That's pretty good. We'll build a habitat right here, since we're going to need it. We'll also get a high-level air filter. We're going to need that, and then ultimately some Zorium mines. Let's get those going as well, and just let a little bit of time pass. Let's go to the Artemis. Well, we could drop it off. All right then. This is cargo pod actually. Oh, right. Yeah, we can grab that first and then head up there. We've almost got all the commendations that we need, which would be quite nice once we've got them. Let's Get all of that sorted, and we're finding more and more things all the time. There's actually quite a lot to do with the explorations if you really want to. I mean, at this point, it's kind of surplus to demand because our colony is already doing so well, realistically speaking. But still, it's kind of nice to have. Let's make life a little bit more comfortable for you guys over here. Let's pop a bar and grill there. We're going to want to lift this up just slightly, I would say. We're going to need some extra defenses as well. Let's make sure that's happening. And of course, a turret as well. There we go. And you know what? Let's get this one upgraded just slightly. Make sure that we've got enough there. Plague spores detected. How did I know? Yeah, we'll leave that one on bar mode. Should be good enough. Now then, with the Zorium coming in, and that should go down once it's fully stacked up. And it should go down.
My staff informs me.
I know. Oh, there we go. Oh, I was worried about that one. We've got plague vaccine. Right. Unfortunately, we're going to use up a lot of my nanites on that, but kind of need it. And we're going to need an extra filter as well. There we go. That should do us quite well. More plague spawning. Scallywags. We can add in no power construction. Oh, no drones in range. Oh, I guess we could just have one there and that would connect there. There would be a viable path at that point. Not strictly the best one, but given that we're probably going to have some people from this skyscraper working over there, makes sense that we would want to connect it. So let's go ahead and get that done. As soon as that is built, we should be able to finish that off as well. There we are. And I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to need some police presence over here too. Right, with that all done, we should be okay in terms of our power at this point. Right, let's go and have a look at our expedition. How are things going?
Looks like somebody needs our help. We better get out there.
So many things we need to do. Another cargo pod. Alright, quickly investigate then. Hopefully we find what's going on there. And looks like that has been done. I know. And what we got? Supply drop.
You better get out there.
30 food and water. Okay, yeah, we can easily do that. Please get over there and make that happen for me. Whilst we continue to build up our nanites. And there we go, expeditions. We've got 3 commendations, 18 nanites and various other things. Right now, it really does come down to us spending time getting nanites. So I'll bring you back when we've got more nanites around. Now that we've updated our scanner software to properly recognize the alien rooms. Oh, okay. It's clear that the type of structure we see here aren't unique. Not by a long shot. It will take a few more sols for us to scan the whole planet, but we've already located 3 more locations around the colony. We'd like to just send expeditions out to visit all 3. Really? Ooh, now that is interesting. Very well, we can definitely get that going. Where are they? Oh, I guess they're all these ones over there.
All right.
Okay.
This definitely warrants investigation.
Yes, it does. Okay, well, we'll get out there and might be bringing you back sooner than I expected. Okay, one of your expedition vessels, Artemis, arrived at a distant ruin site. After extensive analysis, the crew was able to recover new technology. You now have access to plasma boost technology. What on earth is that? Is that not something we already had? Oh, it's automatically researched it for us. That's actually kind of cool. That would be very useful early in the game. Although, would anyone ever have expedition set up before they had research center? I mean, it's certainly welcome, but I wonder about that, whether you'd ever really want to rely on expeditions to get your tech. It's fine. They panic without need. It's fine. Honestly, it really is. Broken rover and another broken rover as well. They're almost there. We've got some cargo supplies that we can go and pick up. We're at 202 nanites. It's going up reasonably slow at the moment, unfortunately. Okay, 82%. That's actually pretty good. Right, the ruins mission, we've got 27 new nanites, that's very good. Nice work with those ruins. I'll give you one more reward at 12 commendations. No, alright then. If you force me. Okay, we finally have a ridiculous amount of nanites thanks to our expedition vessel returning with all of the cargo that it's managed to accrue whilst away, and the only thing left for us to build is the stadium. We may as well build it here next to our VR center, I feel, and the skyscraper right there, and that'll give a little bit of kind of a central feeling to the colony that we've got at the moment, because it is kind of spread out, though I've really enjoyed this mission, I've got to be honest with you. I've really enjoyed the way we've had to set up quite distant locations in this colony. It's quite a spread out one with these just long tunnels with a couple of outposts dotted around just so that there's little population hubs around certain structures such as intakes and the drone construction hubs that were needed to get the construction to the distant locations we were aiming for. You could definitely get a lot more food if you expanded down there instead, but I actually think there's more than enough food coming in over there. As we can see down here, we're actually doing quite well, though I suspect if I wasn't using the native species of plants, we would be in a lot of trouble, actually. I think the only reason we're doing as well as we are is because we've got so much of this stuff around. Actually, I'm going to add pasta in there, since we've got a massive amount of flour just starting to build up. We could make consumer goods if we wanted to, and we've got quite a lot of nanites at this point. We could also make some bread too, which would be quite useful. And some Intari bread as well. Let's just make sure that's all turned on. Yeah, that should be fine. So far as our production of enhancers, yeah, I definitely think without those, we would have been struggling. Quite a lot, actually. Only one place was making Calco sludge, though, which was a bit of an issue. But I think that largely came down to the fact that we weren't growing enough Calco. That could have been significantly improved, honestly. Really? 1,000 citizens? I'm fairly certain this colony would collapse under its own weight if I did that. But we did get a whack of nanites for our effort. Still, this is taking quite some time, so how about we consider upgrading? I could upgrade this and have the more distant drones come along and help with that. And likewise, I could do the same down here. Yeah, let's upgrade this one and just make sure that we get everything done. There we go. Fantastic.
I see you've analyzed the structures, Chancellor.
Have
We'll
we?
run the data
Yes,
through our
we
pattern
have.
analysis software, and hopefully it will lead us to further discoveries.
Hooray!
Quandra, you online?
I'm on, Commander.
Oh, she's
Jack,
better.
what about you? You on?
Reporting.
Good. We're all here. Okay, guys, I've looped the Chancellor in on the comm channel as well.
Hello, everyone.
Quandra, can you tell me what you saw in Sandy Gulch before you were knocked out?
I don't remember anything.
Wow, really? You don't remember anything?
The last thing I remember is walking around in that hole and then waking up in the medical center down the hall.
Okay, before you got knocked out, you contacted me over the comm channel and you said there was, quote, a situation and that you saw something. Do you remember what it was that you saw?
Nothing. I'm sorry, no.
What about that cube? They found you with a cube in your hand. How did you get that?
I don't remember at all.
It must have been the concussion. That can happen when you get hit hard enough.
Well, let us know if you remember anything. Jack, what's the progress of your
That
analysis
is
of that
curious.
cube that Calandra found?
I've been using our pattern analysis software to decode it. I picked up a few tantalizing clues. It seems to contain some sort of a history of an alien species. I can't quite make out their name, but it sounds like they were a lot like us. They started to learn science, build computers, but they also had wars and famine and things like that.
And that species used to live on Aven Prime?
I think so. I'm really not
Okay.
sure yet. We're only scratching the surface.
Or maybe they're living underground or something.
From what I can tell, they call themselves the People Who Changed. And the chapter I decoded refers to an event called The Message. It has something to do with an extinction event.
So they went extinct? Is that why they're not here anymore?
I don't really know. That's as far as I got. I expect the progress will pick up as the pattern recognition algorithm picks up more of the alien language.
Understood. Keep working and report back to us once you find out more.
My first question is, why do we have the botanist working on deciphering an alien language. Sure, haven't we got mathematicians and linguists who can work on this instead? Seems a bit odd there, but we have one. Well done, Chancellor, you've completed this mission. You can end this mission immediately by selecting Claim Victory. Alternatively, if you would like to, if you would prefer to continue your colony, you can continue playing. So if you were really just having fun with the colony, you wanted to see how far you could take it, you could do that, but we won't. There we go. Fantastic. Total colonists. It did take a bit of a jump up there. Our score really started leaping forward. Let's have a look at employment. That wasn't it. Health, no. Crime, no. Housing. It was probably that I was just... oh, actually, no. Housing capacity. Took several jumps around there. But pretty much from the moment that we built our first landing pad, we had a steady arrival of colonists. Pretty much every time it dropped off 9. There were a few times when we just didn't have the capacity for it, but that wasn't very often. Affected buildings, total food. Wow! Okay, so we were losing total food. That was a gradual decline that would have eventually gone out of control. But that is actually very interesting to see. It wasn't until fairly late on that we actually did tip over that point. We could probably have corrected for that, I think, without too much trouble. But I'm pretty happy with that win, and I hope you are too. Do let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see us continue on to Hyla's Crescent. But that's going to be it from me. So until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.